No.
What'd you do?
I'm just trying to refill this water.
But did you drop something in there?
Yeah, I did. I dropped
Like a
the top
stick?
of this, thinking it was the top of this. I was trying to put it on.
Oh, that's cool.
It was like a strange.
I just opened the door and I see you going, no! Yeah, on that water.
Oh my
So
god.
confused.
Mm.
It smells like freaking waffle crisp in here.
My babe.
Yeah. I think my sister's husband has that.
Mm.
But
Do
it's
they
not
live-
waffle
do they
crisp,
live
it's like
here? Do they
yeah.
live here? Oh wow.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of.
it's like Full House.
Mm.
And I'm like Uncle Jesse.
Uncle Jesse was actually pretty cool.
Oh yeah, he's totally cool.
John
Was it-
Stamos.
His Elvis stuff.
Yeah.
Man, when we go out as Campo Chicos,
Mm.
maybe we'd like to wear some of that.
What is this? Nail polish?
It's fucking pheromones.
Pheromones. I have cologne, but not pheromones. Are these the bee pheromones?
This is gonna get people all over you. These are like love stuff. Yeah.
Keep it away from me. I don't need it.
I used it like once or twice, and then I didn't know if I was having a lot of breathing problems at the time, and I didn't know if this was aggravating it. Because I'm starting to have some reaction to certain perfumes, which sucks because I like that kind of stuff.
Perfume though? It's
Some kind of scent.
Hmm.
Like even certain hand soaps were tripping me up.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I kind of just haven't used it since then.
What is that hat that you put on this bust?
Shark hat. Yeah, this, if you read my biography, this plays into it because back when, right before this was before I joined the occult fraternity. I just remember I started getting reports around the time I heard, like my friend Adam, who changed his name to Florentin, he had invited me to come meet this guy and to talk occult stuff about him. I'm like, no, I'm an introvert. I don't feel comfortable doing that. It sounds weird. And then around that time, I started getting reports from my friends that some guy just showed up at their place of work or their apartment, and he'd come up to them and he'd just say, "Hey, do you know Corey?" And they'd go, "Yeah, he's my friend," or "Yeah, what's up?" And he'd just go, "Thank you," and he'd walk away. And
That's bizarre.
he did that to 3 people. The
And-
first guy he did it to was my friend Patrick. He was out walking his dog in the middle of the night down the street. And
That's when this guy approached him.
yeah, and the street lights were flickering. You know how they'll do that. And he just remembers some guy was walking on the opposite end of the street, coming his way from the opposite end of the street. And he just remembers when he passed by. He's just like, "Hey, do you know Corey?" And he's like, "Yeah, he's my best friend. What's up?" And he's just like, "Thanks, that's all." Or I don't even know if he said that to him that time. But after he answered, he said the light went off. And it was too long of a flicker or two.
On the way back home the other night, the lights
Flickering?
went off.
Completely they just stopped.
Scared the hell out of me. Yeah, driving
Yeah.
home. It was like, because you remember I took that nap
Tonight?
the other night. After you left, I was like, I'm tired. I ended up sleeping for like 30
After I left?
40 minutes.
You mean
So I dropped
in the
you off
car?
In the driveway,
Okay.
yeah.
I remember coming out like 40 minutes later and you were still there. Yeah.
Oh, it was there 40 minutes later?
Like 30 maybe.
Yeah.
I think so. I was laughing.
I didn't leave until like 1 something.
Mhm.
It was late, which I don't want to repeat tonight. I
Yeah.
know I can stay out late, but I think it'd be better for me to leave.
While you can still drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know your body in that sense, so just let me know when it's
Yeah,
approaching
it
that
might
time.
be like 11:30, which I feel bad because I delayed us hanging out tonight.
Oh, that's
but
okay. I mean, what time is it now? Like 10? 10:30, damn.
It's like an hour or so.
Okay.
Gives us an hour to buckle down. But I do want to get up tomorrow. But
Okay.
I was looking for goth stuff. I have this one jacket, but it might be big on me.
Okay.
I haven't worn it
And
since
the people there don't really
goth up.
do up the dressing thing very much. It's more like just as long as you wear black, then you're good.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it'd be very easy to overdo it at an event like this, I think.
Mm.
But
Yeah, so don't.
so it's better to be under under goth than over goth. Anyway, about the story. The lights went off, and when they came back on,
He was gone.
his dog was freaking out. The light went off, and his dog just started barking like crazy and yanking on the chain, and it freaked him out so bad. And then the light came back on, and then he saw what his dog was barking at. He said there was this lifeless body, black, and just like
Black
robed,
person.
hanging, pendulating from the street lamp in front of him, just back and forth, swinging. This just dead, lifeless body. And he said,
From a street lamp.
yeah, he said that was the scariest thing he's ever seen. Him and his dog went running, and they did not return to that spot. He said that was the creepiest thing he'd ever seen before. And he kind of related it to the guy on the other side of the street, and then this thing that happened. I have no idea if he was just crazy.
Is he on drugs?
Not at the time, no.
Uh,
But at that time, I kind of said, okay, maybe this is just him. Then it happened again. He showed up back worked at the pool and supply store. He showed up at work and just approached the counter. He's like, "You know Corey?" He's like, "Yeah." And then the guy's just like, "Thank you." And then he just walked out. I remember what he told me. The guy just walked out of the building and like was walking into the parking lot, but then just turned around and just stared at the building from a distance and just like looked for a little bit before going away. And I remember it reminded him of like a scarecrow or something, just the way he
Interesting.
looked or moved. And I still didn't know what was going on though, because this is all happening. These people didn't know each other. They're not getting this put in their head. So then another guy, he told me that he was outside of his apartment complex, and the guy walks up and just did the same exact thing. But this guy, he said he was wearing a shark hat, not like a novelty, not like a shark head on this guy's head, but just a hat with an image of a shark on it. And he said, and I was like, that's interesting. And so,
You found one?
yeah.
Where did you find one at?
Oh, I just bought one on Amazon.
It's crazy. You have no idea who this guy could be.
For years, I told myself that it was the head of the fraternity that I joined. And I was convinced of that for a very long time. But I think I misled myself somewhere along the way, really wanting to believe that the two were in sync, which may just have been a way of thinking that this guy was fate, that I met him. And also because it's just a freaky story. But I'm thinking that there was someone else, and that it wasn't my advisor. And I find it very interesting that my first word in life was shark as a baby. And I like that it came before father and mother.